Alright, how's it going, guys? So we've had a couple live streams since we were here last, and we have built a road. You can see we have a road that comes across the front of the library here. And we have a bridge and a tunnel, and that road leads all the way down through here and around across the bridge here, and this big beautiful bridge here into the mountains, and that kind of curves around here, goes down another bridge which I actually need to finish yet, and across this big ravine here, goes on down, and finally ends right here, except it actually goes through a big hill right here and comes out right here at our Colton vein. And then along here it goes and then comes down this way. Oh, right there. So it comes underground here through this hilly area and over and down to our molybdenite vein that we found. So we found both of these in the first live stream. We also found a thing of black horses right here. I need to go get me a new one. And donkeys right here. I need to go get one of those. But I wanted to get the road at least over through this area, because this area coming through here was quite treacherous, and going through these woods is a real pain in the butt. These woods are not too bad, so I should be fine with that. We're going for the molybdenite, powellite, and wolfenite, so we can make ultimate pipes. And because of that, I have built a second roaster, which is hooked up to our oxygen tank. And the beginning of our molybdenite is in here. And we're going to use that to get more sulfur dioxide, which you'll see I have changed this pipe out to a large one now because of how slow it takes for molybdenite and other ones to go. We're just going to use this normal pipe and connect it over to that large one, and that will be fine, because if you look here at the roaster, molybdenite is going to take 512 ticks, whether it's air or oxygen does not matter, it's 512, but that'll give us our molybdenum and sulfur dioxide, where if we are doing the block of sulfur itself is only 144 ticks. So almost a fifth for an entire block of sulfur, 16 ticks for just a piece, versus the 512 for molybdenite. But we're also going to be doing galena in here. We can do our stantonite in there, which is a nice way of getting tin and copper. Stibnite for antimony, so we won't have to cook that down any longer. Our sphalerite for getting zinc. Pyrite's just going to turn to hematite. Not really a big deal there. Pentlandite for nickel. Molybdenite we already looked at. Kesterite, which will give us zinc and copper, along with a little bit of tin. And this is one of the main ones we're going to be doing soon, which is galena. So we need some more lead for chests and hoppers and stuff. And that'll give us silver and lead, rather than cooking it down and only getting lead from it. We'll also be able to do cobaltite for cobalt and arsenic, sheldonite for platinum, nickel, and palladium, so on and so forth. So we've got that now. And I forgot to show you in the other live stream, we actually have a floor. It is a beautiful concrete floor. I love how smooth it looks. And you'll notice we have a good load of rubber here. That's because I had forgotten about all of the drums that we had gotten from the stronghold, the Greg forts. And I found 3 of them. And I went ahead and just emptied them into this pipe. And they went ahead and emptied into our coagulators. And I'm going to actually light this up now, since they are done running. That's where I got all the rubber for these large pipes. But for today, we are going to work on making some acid. Mainly sulfuric acid. I have gone ahead and ran the pipe. You can see it coming out underneath there. And there's also a huge wooden pipe running under the edge of this building to this building and around. And I have also made us 2 gorgeous stainless steel tanks. I need to get more than that, but, well, it's stainless steel and there's not a whole lot of it. But you see, we have mixers set up here, 3 of them, another one over here, with diesel engines again, which I need to get the bottom of these out of here. I'm going to be making a tank very soon for carbon dioxide. That way we can collect the carbon dioxide that comes out of our diesel engines here. But for right now, I don't want to use these because they are painted. Once we get chlorine, I can unpaint them. Let me go get some small rubber pipes. Still should have some in here. And yes, we do. That will be enough for what we need to do today. Oh, and while we're here, we need to talk about pipes for our acids. So, sulfur dioxide is non-acidic. But once we turn it into sulfuric acid, it will be acidic, obviously, because it's called an acid. Don't only think because it says acid, though, because hydrogen fluoride is acidic as well. But there are multiple different pipes that can be used. You can actually use gold pipes. Gold is not too hard to come by. Easier than stainless steel. A normal gold pipe will do 300 liters a tick, where stainless steel, where is the, there we go. Normal stainless steel is 750, so not quite as big, but it works. You can also use chromium, what makes stainless steel acid proof, which is 600 for the normal pipe. Not quite as well as the stainless again. You also have netherite, you have tungsten, you have vanadium steel, which is not a bad way to go if you can get vanadium. Usually vanadium you can find is vanadium pentoxide in bedrock veins. I actually have found one. So that's not a bad idea. It's 1200 versus 750. So the only problem with that is it's a little harder to get a lot of vanadium early on. Then you have iridium, and zirconium if you have that mod, adamantium. You're not getting that anytime soon. But I'm just going to stick with stainless because it's what I'm used to, and I use gold for a lot of alloying. Like our black bronze uses it and things like that. So we're just going to stick with good old stainless steel. And I'd rather use stainless steel than chromium because adding in the extra iron, nickel, and manganese makes that chromium last way longer. So we're just going to make, about 16 of them for right now. And we're using small ones. We don't need that big of pipe. And you'll see that that has given us a quest here. So stainless steel and acids, making 4 of them. So we'll grab our cookie. Now, Chubby probably should add the other stainless steel or the other pipes in here as well. At least the easier to get ones like chromium, gold, maybe. That way you can get it done if you choose to go the other way. Now there is a quadruple stainless steel pipe as well. This needs normal pipes to make this, and we don't actually need it right now, so we're not doing it. And I'm not quite sure why this one's needed when we already have the quadruple and the nanovolt explained up here. I don't really think we need this, but it's there, and it gives you an extra cookie. And then you have your acidic drum, which is stainless steel. And I'm actually going to grab one of these. And that will take care of my acidic drum quest. Give me my cookie. And then we have our bath, mixing it up. 4 mixers, 3 steam turbines, 3 steam boilers, which again, I'm not doing it that way. I'm doing engines. I could go through the factory over there and pick up the things I need to do so, but I'm not going to bother with it at the moment. So, the next thing we have for the quest is it wants us to make sulfur trioxide, sulfuric acid, and hydrochloric acid. And I can't get into them since I don't have this. But I can go ahead and show you how to get it yourself, which is what we're going to do now. Now that I've got speed power, except I need my wrench. So we're going to speed my butt back in here and grab my wrench, because I have not made a second wrench yet. I need to get that done. I broke the last one, so I've been going between the table and my inventory again with just one wrench. I need to stop it because it's a pain in the butt and I always forget it. Anyway, so let's get in here. Oh, and I completely forgot what I needed the wrench for in the first place. We need to get our ethanol, which is right here. And there is plenty in there to last for right now. We're not going to be making a butt ton of this right now. Alright, so we can hook this up. That'll let the sulfur dioxide go on in. With the mixer, you can force it in through the left, and but it normally goes in through the top. But we are going to be using the top for something different. And we're going to go ahead and put these in between here. And that is going to be for our fuel, which I'm going to go ahead and run out over here. And we'll just put our tank right there. Will fill, so we now have ethanol in the pipe. We can hook it up with whichever ones we need. Alright, so sulfur dioxide, or sulfuric acid, is made in 2 stages. So to make sulfuric acid, we need sulfur trioxide and water, distilled or regular. And for sulfur trioxide, skipping all of these other ways of doing it, we need sulfur dioxide and air or oxygen. And in this, there is no loss, because again, it's fluid. So we are going to borrow for right now, since we have plenty of air in the system. We're going to be doing our sulfides now. We don't really need to do the sulfur at the moment. So we're going to borrow this and stick it right up there. And that is going to give us our air. So now, again, this is non-acidic, because it is not mixed with the water yet. So we can actually do the pipe here. We're going to again use our yellow one here. And we're going to take that out. And now we need to go in with water and in with sulfur trioxide. So we're going to take it out here, which will put it in. And then we need our water, which our water should be right here. So there is our water pipe. And we don't have to worry about anything catching on fire, because we are not using boilers here. So we can just use this nice wood pipe here and come right up into the top, and that will give us our water. Now, as I get more rubber, I'm going to be changing all of these wooden pipes out for much nicer looking rubber pipes, but there is our water. So now, if we turn this on, oh, wait a minute, forgot something very important. We need a catalyst. And there are 2 catalysts that we can use. Platinum, which is expensive, doesn't get used up though, so it's not that important. Or we can actually use vanadium pentoxide. And I am hoping that at least a little bit of it got done. Let's see. Vanadium pentoxide right there. Alright, so let's get this quarried stone out of here. And we're going to get this in there. And since that is almost done running, we can go ahead and turn everything else back on. It was turned off for the moment because we were running sheet light through for preparation of when we get to needing tungsten stuff. So it is very, very slow going through the shredder here, which unfortunately quarried stone is very slow as well, unlike actual marble from GregTech, which is pretty quick. So we just got to wait for our vanadium pentoxide to get done here. I will show you in here for the sulfur dioxide. There is vanadium pentoxide, does not get consumed, or platinum. So either one works, neither one gets consumed. It's just a catalyst to promote the chemical reaction. Now, we do have spare light. We could use platinum. That wouldn't be a problem, but since I got lucky and found a vanadium pentoxide bedrock vein, I figure why not use it? Alright, so we got that off. Go ahead and get this out of my inventory real quick. And are we finally... There we go. It is now done. So all we have to do is come over here and grab the pieces and put it together. There is 2 of them. I'm wondering if some of them are going down here, because it's not that slow to go through. Yep, there they are. There's the 9 we need. We can throw these together, because these are tinies. And there's our 1 vanadium pentoxide. Oh, you also notice I changed out all of this grass. I didn't bother going any further than there, but I did go ahead and change it all out through here. We do occasionally get creepers that like to wander in from over here, but that should keep a lot of the ruffians out of there. So there we go. Now we can turn that on and you'll see it starts running. We have our sulfur trioxide filling in here. So we can now turn this on. And there's our sulfuric acid. So we are going to run that out to our tank. And we are also going to use it to make hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid, we just need salt. Rock salt or regular salt, does not matter, and sulfuric acid. And we get potassium bisulfite out. Now, the potassium or sodium bisulfite, depending on if you're using rock salt or regular salt, is actually why we are doing this. Because with that hydrochloric acid, or with that potassium or sodium bisulfite, we can electrolyze it at 16. So something we can do with the electrolyzer we have in there. We'll get potassium or sodium, persulfite, and hydrogen. We want this because with that, we can run it in a bath with a lot of different things. Mainly what we want to run it with is the main one I want to run it with is malachite and azurite. We're not going to do because it gives malachite, which is kind of shite. And with the azurite, when we put it in the bath or in the sluice, we actually can get zircon out of it, malachite, hafnium, which we need, nicolite, more azurite. Mainly, we want the hafnium and the zircon. So all of our azurite is going to be ran through here. But our malachite will actually be done in the bath here. And if we get over to where the actual malachite is here, there we go. So if we run malachite through, you actually get pure copper out if you're running potassium or sodium persulfate. So this is going to give us extra of our out of our malachite. And then there's another step we can use for it as well, which is running it through a vitriol, or making it into a vitriol, basically. Alright, so we're going to put that into there. And now there is our sulfuric acid. And now we can, I'm going to pipe that actually out to the tank there. So we can have it in the tank. And then I will also pipe that back in. But for right now, we can just pipe it directly. And I'll change the pipes over later. We really don't need a whole tank of sulfuric acid, but it's kind of nice to have it if you need it. And we're also going to be able to use that to gauge if we need more sulfuric acid or not. But you'll see that making the hydrochloric is a little bit slower. It takes a little bit to run here. And I actually don't have a chest, so we're just going to put a block right there for the moment and let the machine fill up. And there you go. There's our hydrochloric acid and our potassium bisulfite. So we have now made our first three acids, or our first two acids. The next one we'll be doing is in this one, and that will be our hydrogen fluoride, and we will get to that later. That is what we need to actually get to aluminum. So this is our first major step here to getting aluminum, is getting the sulfur dioxide, or the sulfuric acid, because you'll see that we need to mix alumina with hexachlorosilactic acid, and for that we need hydrogen fluoride and some type of quartz. And for the hydrogen fluoride, we just need fluorite of some color or a nondescript color, and that will give us calcium sulfate and hydrogen fluoride. So that is our first major step to getting to aluminum. We also need to get bauxite, start processing it, so we can actually get the aluminum we need. But we at least have our first major step here, which is the sulfuric acid. And like I said, we will work on that when we actually need the hydrogen fluoride. Plus, I need to get a tank out here to put it in. Like I said, I'm going to put sulfuric acid in this one, the hydrochloric acid into that one, and then this one will be for the hydrogen fluoride, and eventually our aqua regia goes there. And there is a witch throwing potions at me again. I don't know where she was. I did not see her. anyways, that is it for today. And if you manage to get those 2 acids, as I tick away here, go inside. If we go into the book here, you will see sulfur trioxide, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid. And the only thing you need for these 3 quests is to have it in some kind of container. And you can just use a drum for that and it should work just fine. I'll go through when I don't have everything running in here. I'll grab 3 of the turbines or talk to Chubby and see if I can get him to put it in there that you can use engines as well. One or the other. And I will see you guys in the next one. I will leave a card up here in the corner for the 2 live streams if you didn't catch them. We actually did them, one of them very early in the morning and the other one quite late at night. So not our usual time. So I'm quite sure most of you probably missed it. But I will link them there if you'd like to go back and see us build a road. If you have any questions, let me know. I will see you in the next one.